Hi, everyone. Welcome to this Valentine's Day edition of our live stream. Happy to have you guys here. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are and that you have lots of love and creativity around you wherever you are. We had some snow last night, so that's pretty exciting. And hopefully it won't have a bad ending. Sometimes here in the Portland area, our transition out of the snow is ice. So hopefully that's not going to be the case this time. Doesn't look like it. So we'll see. But it's beautiful. And I took a couple of photos this morning. I get up really, really early, so I get up before there's any light. I took a couple really cool shots. There's my front garden and it's so fun. And then this one's really neat. This is the entrance to my studio here, and that's a really cool shot. So I thought I'd share those with you today. All right, and then other than that, I'm just going to paint for you today. I have to confess that I kind of forgot that it was Valentine's Day today, and then I'd be painting for you, and so I should have selected something that was a little more Valentine's oriented, but I didn't. So I'm going to paint these peppers, but as I was getting ready this morning, I thought, well, they're sort of kissing one another and cuddling up to each other in a kind of cool way. So, and there's some red in there. So, yeah, so I think it's Valentine's-y enough. And let's see what else. The food workshop, our brand new workshop, which is such a fun, vibrant play of pastels, and you get to really delight in the food and our just the culinary delights, the sweet treats, and get to paint them. It's really, really a nice workshop. There's I think, I don't know, 12 or 13 hours of video, 115-page study guide. It's really, really a really nice one. And that one's on sale for, I think, a little over a couple weeks longer. So check that out on the website, paintinglessonswithmarla.com. And you can learn how to paint these beautiful, yummy things. And I'm going to try to do one for you today. I also posted a couple of things from the food workshop on my Etsy site, Etsy shop this morning. So if you're interested in those, go check those out. And oh, in the workshop there is a Valentine's box, and it's really it's one of the, it's not on that, I didn't post that one on the Etsy, but I'll go get it. It's right here, I think. Yeah, it's right here. Should we put it top down?
Yeah.
Or yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's really a pretty little painting. The little shimmering chocolate box and the chocolates inside. It's a fun one to do. So this one is in the workshop. So if you want to learn to paint that, go check out the workshop. Okay, so today are peppers. And what I love about peppers is they're this kind of interesting play of cubes and spheres. And I think that makes them really interesting, of course, and then the colors. And they're so shiny and fun. And the stems are really fun. And those the little tops of the stems are pointing in different directions. They're really kind of fun. Fun little forms, playful, very playful. So I'm going to try to play a little bit with the painting. And yeah, we get right into it today. Always fun. And, with these, one thing I think about them is just to go ahead and get a bunch of color in there. And I do intend to make the background light and airy. Sometimes with food, some just want a dark background and some want a light background, and this just feels like it wants a light background, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what I think I'll do. And gonna go ahead and get that in. But that is, I don't like that stick so much. Can't decide on the color. Did I knock that camera? I'm not sure I did.
Nope, looks great.
Okay.
But what paper are you using today?
It's pastel matte. It's the boring color. It's the dark gray. I shouldn't say that. It's dark gray.
Did you take several reference photos?
I always do. I always take a bunch.
So what drew you to this composition?
I just like the interaction of the peppers, that they're sort of, they seem to be, they have a relationship with one another. They're sort of kissing one another. That's definitely why I chose this one. And the light. orange is really pretty. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I always take a bunch of photos. I might take 30 photos of something. I don't see any reason not to. Okay, now I've got a pretty good start. And get those cast shadows in, and then start getting some kind of background in. Cast shadows are really interesting. They're really got a lot of color happening in them. So I'm going to go ahead and play with that a little bit. That's maybe too much. We'll see. It's kind of red right there. Right here. In here.
Couple questions coming in. Why did you start with the yellow one?
I don't know. I don't know. It just did.
Have you ever painted a cut open pepper?
I don't know that I have. That would be fun. I'm not sure whether the cast shadows are right, the right value and such yet, but until I get that background in, and then I'll know. I'll have a better idea in a minute. I think. Just a minute, I'll have a better idea of everything. Okay, so background. I'm gonna wipe my hands off. I want it light. Oh, I want to do a couple other things first. Okay, now background. I'm not gonna make it white. I'm gonna make it probably pink or pinky something. It's a little bigger. So my drawing's a little off. That's okay. I intentionally didn't do a lot of drawing with this. I was just kind of going for it in terms of shape and value. Kind of going at it in just a little bit different mode. Kind of making that one up a little bit. That's okay. Cool. That's cool. Now, what I want to do here. I love this when you get to this point, like I'm a lot further along than I think I am. I love that about painting when you, wow, you don't have to do as much as you think you need to do. And like, okay. And then you suddenly realize it, wow, it's further along than you thought. It's interesting, um, the question about why did I start with the yellow, and I, I didn't mean to sound flippant, like, oh, I don't know, because I don't know. And I think that there's a lot of painting that is, there's the things that we know about it, and things that we can, that, from experience, that you can bring to it. And then there's the things that are more spontaneous, and then the things that are totally unknown, totally unexpected, not within our ability to understand. And I think as a painter, that's some of the most interesting spaces of being a painter for me. Like, how in the heck did that happen?
Yeah, Sarah's saying it's that unconscious competence.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's yes and no, Sarah. Sometimes I don't I don't feel very competent sometimes. I mean, most of the time I feel pretty competent. But I like the spaces where I don't feel competent. Those are the spaces that are like a mystery, an exploration. There's a teeny little bit of I'm not going to put it in there. There's a teeny spot right there that's, maybe I will. All right. Now, I am at this point where there's some fun things to do to start pulling it together as a whole, and I'm going to start doing some of those. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Whoop. Gotta have a light touch, but not that light. Oh, what did I want there? So, the red one's given me the most trouble. Which isn't surprising. Okay, I'm going to work on the background a little. What time is it? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit in the background. And then I'm going to pull it all together, I think. Not that much. I'm biffing it on the, see. I want to see. Do I want this? Yeah, I think so. Okay, we're going to play the little food demo, food video. And then I'll come back and I'll do the highlights because I know I want to do them and I know you're going to stay to see them. So we're going to play that little demo.
All right, here we go.
Have you ever gazed at a slice of sunlit fruit, a steaming cup of coffee, or a decadent dessert and wished you could capture that moment in art? Today, I'm excited to share my new online workshop, Food in Pastel, where we'll transform everyday culinary subjects into stunning works of art. Starting with foundations, you'll discover the rich history of food and art, from prehistoric cave paintings to contemporary masterpieces. You'll learn how artists like Claes, Cezanne, and Magritte revolutionized food painting, setting the stage for modern interpretations that continue to inspire us today. But this isn't just an art history lesson. Over 13 hours of video instruction and a comprehensive 115-page ebook will guide you through essential principles and techniques. We'll explore the form principle, seeing planes, layering, opacity, edge control, and color harmony, the building blocks that will transform your artistic practice. The workshop is thoughtfully organized into 9 focused chapters, beginning with essential foundations and progressing through breakfast classics like sunny side eggs and toast with jam, fresh fruits from strawberries to still life arrangements, garden fresh vegetables including colorful carrots and artichokes, sweet treats from saltwater taffy to chocolate boxes, elegant beverages from martinis to coffee, dinner time classics featuring sushi, lobster, and a burger, and a final chapter on critique and artistic growth. Each of our 17 complete demonstrations includes detailed step-by-step instruction where I share not just the what, but the why behind every technique. The workshop includes detailed information on all the materials you'll need for success, from choosing the right pastel matte papers in various colors to working with alcohol washes for special effects. Best of all, this isn't a race to the finish line. With lifetime access to all the content, you can learn at your own pace and revisit the lessons whenever you need inspiration. Don't let another beautiful culinary moment slip away uncaptured. Join me and let's transform your passion for food into artwork that you'll be proud to display. Ready to begin? Let's explore the artistry of food and pastel together today.
There we go.
There, okay. I kind of kept that. I was working on that a little bit under wraps. So yeah, you monthly people, especially you guys that did the single object challenge, this workshop is perfect for you to take that and take it one step further. It's super fun, and it's so inexpensive for you monthly people right now. So if you're interested, she said get it now while it's on sale. Okay, there are a couple things here. Now, I feel a little bit like some of the drawing on this suffered by my being so spontaneous, but then there's the spontaneity that happened too. So sometimes you give a little, you get a little. So that's okay. I think that's fine. Let's see. I'm gonna grab this stick. And whoop, do that. There's a couple things I think about this, the background, that would be fun to do. I think it'd be interesting to have a little cooler over here and warmer here. I haven't quite got that going. So if I had a little more time. And let's see what else. Down here, I want a little darker, maybe. Maybe I'll bring this down a little. Make this a little, yeah, that kind of helps set that in there a little bit better. That's good. And get this shadow to go around a little bit more. Just describing the form. Just a little more. Getting out here to, oh, what I wanted that. Is this the one I used? I think this is it. Does something like that. I'm not sure that works, but we'll see. Kinda. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, so I'm looking for a few things. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little cooler up here. Just bury that over there. Yeah, I like that. This isn't reading the inside of this. Let's see if I can get that to, it's a little better. All right. Is it highlight time? Oh, I think it's reflected light time. I know that's going to bum some people out here. That's so cool. Part of what's making them look shiny is the reflected light. That's maybe too much. Maybe more like this. I'm not sure. Okay. All right, it's time. I'm going to do it. Now I'm going to do the highlights. Now, the thing with the highlights, there's a lot of them. We don't need all those. Just, we need some for sure. We want some. It's fun. But I'm not going to put them evenly around the sky, or maybe I'll put both of those. I'm going to bring this cap in. All right. And I am going to go ahead and use white, because I haven't used white yet. And so I've reserved it just for this fun thing. And if I hadn't, they wouldn't look as good. And I am pressing pretty hard. And I am letting myself really I'm trying to do it really directly, not messing around, not I don't need to futz with it once it's on there. I don't think. I can futz with other things, but not the highlights. Okay, so now I'm going to do a couple other things that I want to do. Clean it up. Clean up those edges. And get out a couple new pastels. Thank you, Bryce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gives it a little more polish. A little more pizzazz. A little vibration on the edges. Cool. That's about it. If I went much further, I'd be probably going too far. Let me open this up a little. But yeah, I think they turned out pretty good. All right. Well,
There's a question about the paper choice and how you personally choose the paper for each painting.
yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of different trains of thought. A lot of things go through, run through my mind when I'm choosing. I'm always trying to tune the materials with the subject matter, so to speak, somewhat, if possible. So today I decided, I knew that I wanted to have a light background, and I've got these really colorful peppers, variety of color. And so, I decided, well, I'm okay, given that, I'm going to keep the paper pretty, middle value and the kind of neutral, because I'm going to have a lot of color going on there. Now, that said, I could just as well have said to myself, oh, I want a complementary color under there, because that complementary color, little bits of the paper showing throughout can tend to harmonize a piece. So it really is taking the materials, the subject, and how you're going to approach it, and balancing those factors when you're choosing the paper. So if you can anticipate a little bit of how you're going to approach it, then that can help you make the paper choice, and of course the subject matter. And paper choice is not just color; it can be the type of paper. Some being going to have a more smoothing effect. Some going to create help you create more texture. And then, if you do an underpainting, there's all these variables that you can bring to bear in a painting. So all of that being said, if I'm like right now, I'm a little low on, I had plenty of choices and enough to do today, but I am running low on paper. And so there comes a point where it's like, hey, I'm going to use whatever it is that I have in that drawer to paint whatever it is that I really want to paint. And so I'll just make it work. Because I don't want to be, I don't want to be limited by, oh, I'm not going to paint because I've, don't have the right paper, or I'm not going to paint because I don't have the right pastels, or whatever it is. That's not, I really try to keep myself from doing that. That's just giving into the disinclination to work, to paint, which I have plenty of that. I'll use a lot of excuses where I'd rather be cleaning the kitchen floor than painting. That's dumb, but I'll do it. Yeah, because it's scary, it's intimidating. I'm going to be honest, it is. Even though I get up here and paint in front of you guys all the time, and I'll paint stuff that I'm not unfamiliar with in front of you. It's still scary. It's still intimidating. After all these years, it still is. So I hope, if that helps, I hope it does. And anyway, I hope you have, do we have any more questions?
Should we see it with the croppers?
Yeah, let's see it. It's just a little thingy, but it is kind of fun. I would like to crop it in like that. Give it a little bit more on the bottom. If I were framing it, that's what I would do. Really, I'd try to really, I might even try to finish it out with a little bit more at the bottom, because I think that would balance it. I think that would look good. You know, there's one more thing I want to do. Can I do one more thing? There. That makes me happy. Okay. All right. All right, you guys, I am going to take the rest of the day off, I think, today, and kind of enjoy the snow, maybe take a little walk in the snow while it's still around. And I hope you have a really lovely Valentine's Day, and do something that you love with someone you love. Okay, all right. See you guys soon.